So good morning, my lovelies. Starting on your mat wherever it feels right today. Listening to your body, whether it's hips or back or anything else. Whatever you're drawn to start in. And we'll just take a few minutes to settle. I love that moment when we get on our mat and we begin and we become quiet. We just have that moment to mentally ground into the earth, visualizing our roots, where we can start to put everything else in our life beyond the four corners of the mat. And we're in this lovely space where we can focus on our breath. We can slow down the mind. And we have the opportunity to really inquire within how we're feeling on all those different levels, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And even that connection spiritually to ourselves and Source. Almost you could consider it like a little temple of your own on this mat. A place you can retreat to when you just need 5 minutes to yourself. And if you're lucky enough to be able to have somewhere where your mat can stay rolled open, it may invite you even more into this space. So as you have these few moments before we start, consider how you're feeling today. What you want to get out of your day, how you want to feel as you go to bed this evening. And it is really powerful to set these thought intentions, because once we've created it in our mind, often these things roll out throughout our day. If we want to see joy or feel content, we've already planted that seed in our subconscious. There's been many a time when perhaps you've woken up, something's been worrying on your mind, or you've stubbed your toe as you got out of bed, and the whole day rolls out in a negative way. It's like one thing after another. But we can reverse that with a positive slant as well. So let's begin with our meditation. If you're lying down, just draw your knees in for a moment. If you're already seated and you just like to roll your shoulders and stretch through the neck, just feeling the body as we come into some stillness. Today is a really beautiful day. The sky is clear blue, not a cloud in sight, and the sun is out, and the daffodils are almost opening. There's a little bit of yellow at the top of them, the natural ones I see as I walk. And it just brings a lovely kind of feeling of hope that spring is on the way and warm weather ahead. It lifts our spirits. So we'll sit with that today as we come into Zazen. We'll have 5 minutes where we just try and follow our breath. And between the thoughts, the many thoughts that come in and out of our mind, coming back to the breath gives that opportunity to just see the gap between the thoughts. And so we'll rest our hands, drop our eyelids closed, and we'll sit with ourselves and see how comfortable we are today. Nice deep breath and relax. Just notice as you sit here whether you have a very slight expression on your face. Maybe you can relax. Just try and follow your belly breaths. trying to relax a bit more. Following your breath. Just draw your thoughts back to your breath if you've wandered off. Just we take a few more breaths here, just notice where your mind did wander through your practice and whether you stayed quite present with your breath. So just blinking your eyes open. So I would say that we're approaching spring. Spring is the season, is linked with the element wood. And so it's liver and gallbladder that are associated with this season that we're sort of trying to get into. And green is the colour, like a sort of a nature green. We're going to start this morning with open wing. So a lovely arm opening practice or pose. So what we'll do is we'll come onto your bellies. We're going to start with the left arm stretched out. So onto your tummy. Stretch your left arm out to the side. Level with the shoulder if that's comfortable, but if you need to alter it higher or lower, then that's fine. And then we're just gently going to roll onto our side. You're rolling back towards your left arm. And so just place your legs wherever they are comfortable to allow yourself to sort of balance on your side of your body. If you need a bit more padding under your hips or your thighs, perhaps a roll blanket. Don't go too much into this pose where it causes any discomfort. Just enjoy the opening of the shoulder joint. taking deep breaths. You can alter your legs as you wish. Try and relax your neck and your head as well. You might be using your right arm to support yourself, but see if you can relax into this arm, not put too much pressure here. And how does this feel? When we work with our arms, we are enhancing the energy flow through the heart and the lungs, and the large and the small intestine. So trying to relax around the pelvis, the thighs and your buttocks. Following your breath. Trying to relax the head and the neck. And then when you're ready, we'll just take a few more breaths. Gently start to straighten your body, roll onto your belly again so that we release out of the shoulder nice and gently. Take a moment and roll on your back. And lying down. Find Shavasana, just let the arms relax and tuning into what you're feeling. Do you feel more stimulation through the inner arm, which are your yin channels, or the outer arm, the yang? Perhaps there's a lovely tingle in the palm of the hand or your fingers. Certain fingertips you might notice. And just trying to relax the whole body as you lie here for a few moments. The arms are linked with our heart energy, so tuning into the heart. Does it feel open today? Closed? Are you half-hearted? So many expressions are linked with our heart and how we can describe the energy in any point in time. So let's draw our knees in, have a nice little hug, give yourself a hug. And then rolling up, we'll come into the other side. So onto your belly, stretching your right arm out, and then just gently rolling back towards that arm. You might find that if it's level with your shoulder, it's not as comfortable as if you just have it slightly lower. Just experiment, see what feels nice. You can try switching the legs around, maybe your left leg behind you or in front of you, whatever feels more balancing. And then trying to relax. Enjoying your breath. The heart meridian is paired with the small intestine, and it's the lung meridian that pairs with the large intestine. So as we come into this pose, noticing if it's in any way easier or different in your breath, in the breathing. If you want to take your left arm sort of behind you, if you feel supported, you can do that. Check in with your breath. Noticing how difficult it is maybe to relax here. Relaxing shoulders, head and neck. Does this side feel very different from the other side? So we'll just take a few more breaths. When you're ready, roll to your belly. And then gently lift yourself out of the pose, lying back. Take your time to roll and find a lovely neutral spine. And then just let the arms relax. Again, tuning into what sensation you feel on the inner arms, outer arms, palms and fingers. Maybe even a lovely sensation across the top of the chest, collarbone area. And just tuning into what you're feeling, how one arm feels compared with the other one now. Where you're still tense in your body. Maybe why it's difficult to relax. What's going on? So we'll just gently draw our knees in. We're going to come into swan next, but this may not suit all of you. It's quite an intense compression with our hips and our knees. So I'll offer you some alternatives. Reverse swan is the pose where what we call also like thread the needle, where we hug round the thigh. That is always an option if you wish, and obviously doing it the other side. If any of those don't suit you, just come into a two-sided pose, or just two poses as we will take it for that length of time that you know you can come into. Those of you that want to come into Swan, joining me as we come, sort of beginning on all fours, we'll draw the right knee forward first. And then just encouraging the shuffle of your right foot in front of your left thigh, or higher if you can get it nice and parallel to the body. And then, of course, just as many props and bolsters as you want to. I always like to start a little bit in upright swan, just enjoying that lovely little lumbar curve in your back, beginning to relax the legs, softening into the hip and the buttock on the right hand side. Again, nice little stimulation on the arms here too, but then whenever you're ready, if you want to come to elbows or even the forehead down and the arms stretched, grab a block if you wish, rest your forehead. It's your practice, and these are just ideas. So as we begin to settle into this pose, tuning into your breathing and whether your belly and abdomen are tight with your breath. And trying to relax through your shoulders and your neck. And so what are you feeling today in this pose? Sometimes we love it, other times you'll hate it. What does it reveal? How long does it take to soften? Is there an internal battle going on with your ability to let go and release? And just checking in with, the head and the neck and whether we're tense here. Following your breath. And this pose is particularly lovely for all the meridians that run through our legs. So you do have the liver and the gallbladder, the spring, kidneys and bladder, the spleen and the stomach. Is your breath shallow? Or can you really enjoy the deep breath to the belly without it feeling stiff? And it's a nice relaxed breath in the abdomen. And feel that lovely openness in the back. It's really lovely to enjoy where you can create space in your body in these poses. Let's take one more breath. And enjoy the very slow movement out. Just keeping all your props handy. We'll come into the other side. So take neutral spine. Or as we extend that right leg, that lovely feeling, tingly feeling that we get. So have a lovely long sigh. Maybe there's a lovely little tingly feeling on the front of your body, chest, belly. Certainly a lot going through your right leg. The physical sensations as well as the chi moving around. How does your back feel here? Does it feel quite relaxed, or does it take a while to soften? And just noting, are you happy in your body today? Does it feel good in these stretches? So let's hug the right knee, left knee, little hug and a rock. And just being curious, how's the other side going to feel? Will it be easier, more difficult? What intensity will we feel? So, other side, left knee bent, right leg behind you. And all the support you need using your props. So coming into whatever variation of this pose you enjoy, elbows, head down. It's nice to be on the arms and then come down. It changes the feel of the posture slightly. Trying to relax into your belly as you breathe. Again, using some blocks if you want to, just to rest the head. It just takes the pressure out of the neck. Nice sigh. Even though the belly sometimes gets tight as we breathe, check in with the upper chest, the muscles around the front of the body and the ribs and side, in case they feel tight. As you let your upper body become heavier, you might feel more intensity in the buttock and thigh. Just coming back to your belly, and if the abdominal muscles are tight. It's amazing that even in the stillness of these poses, there's so much going on where we can release. What part of the body are you enjoying this pose? What's challenging? Enjoying the deep breaths. Check in again with your shoulders, whether they're quite tight and hunched. Loosening the belly muscles. And let's just take a few breaths. Really slowly coming out. Keeping your blocks handy, we'll come into heart bench next, but first just taking this moment to reflect on this other side of swan. Which side felt better? Do you have a favourite side, or one that just felt better? Perhaps it started off really tough and then it was the side that freed up the most. So enjoying all that lovely tingly sensation that you can probably feel through your left leg, foot. Even around the groin you might feel coolness where it's the liver and the kidneys channel. Come up through the inner legs. Maybe you even feel some lovely sensation just across the lower belly. It's really lovely to have this space and time to tune into your own body, to be able to identify where your subtle body energy is flowing and moving. Because day to day we don't have this inquiring time. Life's too busy. So just notice if your back is a little tense and you're keeping it lifted, whether you can relax. And then we'll draw our knees in. Nice and slowly. Always do one at a time. It just supports the back. How do your hips feel after swan as well? If it feels quite nice and freed up and liberated. So rolling up, grab your blocks, heart bench next. If this doesn't suit you today for any reason, then I always offer the more gentle version of bench where you lie back over the cushion. Just choosing what you feel you need. So take your time coming into this. It always takes me a few goes to get the blocks in the place that I find most comfortable, or comfortable enough. Try not to curve too much into your lumbar spine. Just let it be the upper thoracic part of the body that we're curving into. Adjusting your block if you need to. And then relax. Arms wherever you want them. If you bring them high, you're going to feel a lovely stretch through the upper chest a bit more. Can you take a deep breath, close the eyes, let the chin tuck in, and just let your body sink into this one. Maybe it lends itself to nice, deep, slow breaths. You may also wish to engage in Ujjayi breath because the chin tucks a little. You can just contract the windpipe, breathing Ujjayi. Just checking in that your legs are as relaxed as can be, and your lower back. If you're breathing in Ujjayi, you might notice the small pauses at the beginning and the end of your breath, enjoying the lovely long breath. Perhaps you're enjoying feeling the belly rise and fall. And the purposeful, lovely expansion in the chest. All parts of the ribs you feel expand and contract. Enjoying how your parasympathetic nervous system is fully activated in this rest and digest feeling. Just scan around your body a few more times, from head to toe, just checking in where perhaps a little bit of tension's crept in, either in your hands, fingers, shoulders, feet or ankles even. And then we'll take a nice long breath and come out of the pose. So supporting yourself, lift your head and gently lift your body. Come back down into Shavasana. How does that feel? How does your heart feel? How do you feel emotionally just in this moment after that particular pose? Maybe feels a little bit lighter, light and fluffy. Can you relax your lower spine, the muscles all around the lower back? Are your hands and wrists relaxed? Where are your shoulders? Lengthening just gently through the back of your neck and just feeling the lovely length of your spine. If you could kind of close your eyes and just imagine how your spine feels now. Is it smiling? Is there space, plumped up cartilage between the vertebrae? Can you imagine that? Nice healthy little pads, healthy blood flow, nerves where they should be. It's really lovely to visualize what you'd like your body to be internally. So let's bring our knees in, little hug, and then we'll come into waterfall as our final pose. I know most of us love this one. I think we all like this one actually. So if you want a blanket over your feet, you can. It's quite a nice warm day. So let's just pop the cushion under. Keeps us nice and sort of still and supported here. Little lift. Don't have to have your legs straight. Sometimes you might want to, other times a lovely little gentle bend in the knee is comfortable here and supports your back as well. Just get comfortable through the back of your neck as well. Close your eyes and just wonder how this pose will feel. Gaze into your Ajna chakra area. And with some lovely deep belly breaths, being open to wherever inspiration comes. If you want to raise your arms over your head, you can. If that feels nice just to stretch here or bring the arms into cactus. All these little additions we can add to our poses. So just checking in with your thoughts. Where is your mind taking you? Is your face relaxed? Or can you feel small muscles still tight in your face? And can you, for a few moments, just follow your breath? Belly up into the chest. And really enjoy having a lovely thought of gratitude for your body, for being able to be on your mat this morning, for being able to move and see and feel and breathe and hear all the things we take for granted. These moments of stillness, we can have these lovely gratitude moments. So gently we'll just bend the knees, drop the feet down. Pull the cushion away. A few moments just in Shavasana. Just feel what waterfall feels like through the body. Where does it feel good? So choosing now if you want to stay lying down, pulling a blanket over or coming up to seated. Let's come into relaxation. Have a moment to rock if you want to. Bring the head up, stretch through the back. And if you have the time, you can enjoy these sort of 10 minutes of just enjoying your own stillness and quietness. I have a little thing to read you, which is always quite nice, just to sort of get you thinking while you lie there quietly. So this is called the debt of karma. Every soul is charged with an evolutionary mission to realise its inborn divine potential. Life is a perpetual therapeutic irritation. It provides a compelling force to drive us toward the completion of our mission. When we deny a painful experience, it goes underground, and a pending debt of unfinished karma. When you block pain, you may feel temporary relief, but your karmic account is not closed. The collection agency will present the lesson again and again in various forms, through apparently unrelated events. Every event that is not faced fully and consciously comes back as irritation, emotion, resistance or denial. Habitual ways of reacting and reliving the same event perpetuate unconsciousness. All lessons will be repeated until they are learned. The debt of karma is paved in unconsciousness. Interesting. I think perhaps we can all see certain repetitious little lessons that we get through our life from all different people, challenging us to grow spiritually with patience, tolerance, being able to speak up for ourselves or defend ourselves. Whatever our soul's lessons are this time round. Have a little think where perhaps in life we've done the same little dance, trying to learn a little lesson. Very gently. No need to move just yet, just draw your mind back from wherever your thoughts were. Just acknowledging the thoughts you had as you were relaxing. following your breath. Noticing how you're feeling. What feels better? What feels freed up? A bit more space. So if you're lying down, just gently start to move fingers and toes. Maybe rotate the wrists or flex the feet. Roll the head side to side. And then gradually you can begin to just stretch and hug the knees in. Looking forward to your day, even if you're reluctant to come out of your practice. Just looking forward to the rest of your day. And if you can get those snippets where you can just pause and breathe, then that's always lovely. So coming up to seated. Taking a few more lovely deep breaths. Ground yourself down. Always have that opportunity just to send your roots down into the earth. Root down Muladhara, root chakra. And then we can bring our hands to heart. Om Shanti. Namaste.